Hey guys, welcome back to my show. Today's episode, we'll be talking about success. Of course, it's not going to be the whole big broad topic because the definition of success can vary from person to person. Anyways, let's get started. First of all, when you think about success, what do you think about? For me, I think about a word that we often hear whose definition is not really concrete. For me, it means being in a good point of life where you're kind of getting fame and money and of course all those things. But of course, that is not always the case. For me, it has changed from year to year. Sometimes I'm like fame and money, and sometimes I'm talking about my own personal life where I'm gaining and losing lots of things. Now of course, every person, again, this whole concept of success, it's just not like a one size fits all concept where everyone is going through the same idea of success. I think everyone faces different things, and it's a highly personal and evolving definition, since everyone experiences success in different ways. To kick things off, let's just dive into my own experiences, and I can talk more about my reasons for creating a definition of success around personal life and things like that. Of course, everyone's journey is filled with ups and downs, victories and setbacks, and I think for me personally, that played a huge role in my life so far. I think it taught me not to be super vulnerable to certain circumstances, or it even taught me to be strong in situations where I often am quiet. And I think through this whole podcasting realm, I think that also helped me open up, because I think it's really important to know you can always grow as a person. I think for me personally, I used to be an introvert, and I know that's kind of hard to believe now considering I talk a lot. I mean, some of my friends probably already know, that the ones listening to this episode, that I talk a lot. I mean, I do not keep quiet, and I guess it's a good thing, because before I was super quiet, would kind of be on my own and things like that. I think this whole idea, and the whole idea of just opening up and being someone new, not rather changing myself but rather kind of experimenting and seeing what works for me, I think that also was something I would define as success, because it was like a successful method of coming out of my shell, which I think is a great thing. And I think everyone out there listening to this episode right now, I think you guys should think more about, maybe pause the episode for a second and think about, what is your definition of success? Are you what do you think about when you think about success? Do you think about fame and money, or do you think about your personal goals in life, or anything you think about? Maybe jot down something, maybe take some notes. I mean, again, it doesn't really again, as I said earlier in the start, it's not a one size fits all concept. So again, for me, the things I mentioned are what I feel it's a method of success for me, whereas for someone else it might just be having a good healthy life, or having lots of money and fame and things like that. But again, through perseverance and a willingness to learn from failures, I found that setbacks are often stepping stones to growth. I think just reflecting on my own life, I've come to realize that success is not just about grand achievements, it's also about appreciating the tiny victories, maybe getting my first listener for my podcast, or my first follower on Instagram, or even just appreciating those tiny victories where oh, I did not miss a step and fall down the stairs, or I didn't pick up my phone today and get distracted from it, things like that. I think we're just setting those small victories. And I think often what works is creating an award system, awarding yourself. Maybe start off be if I stay away from this thing, or trying to make yourself more strong, you could be if I do this, I will award myself with this thing. And I think the award system kind of works, but of course it does play against you as well at times, where kind of cheating yourself and telling yourself that you are doing good work when maybe you're not pulling your weight as much. And I think again, it varies from person to person. I'm not saying that everyone goes through this, but of course it's kind of about learning more about yourself. It ties into authenticity as well, But again, in the previous episode, you may have heard, like, authenticity again is a broad topic, just like success. It has varied meanings from person to person, but that's an episode for another time. Coming back to this topic, I think, again, realizing that success is not just like about the grand achievements, kind of the huge thing, because whether it's completing a challenging project, fostering meaningful relationships, or even maintaining a healthy work-life balance, these milestones often contribute to, like, the overall sense of success. Now, success can obviously manifest in various aspects of life. It could be in careers, relationships, personal development, and like even like your school life or your life in general. It's essential to recognize and celebrate success in different arenas. I mean, of course, like, everyone has different ways of recognizing, celebrating it, but I think not putting yourself down and being like, oh, this is so tiny, I do not need to celebrate this, or this is not success. Think, again, those small successes are what bring you to the big overall achievement goal. And I think, obviously, what I'm saying does not make much sense to even to me, because it's still like something I'm learning. I'm 15. I think, again, everything changes from year to year. So I mean, right now I might be saying, I believe in, like, personal prosperity and things like that, but later on it might just change completely. Like, maybe my definition might be more relating to careers or college or things like that. And I think it's always good to, like, keep an open mind about things, and, like, not putting yourself into a hole where you feel like you're binded to that goal or that achievement you're trying to strive for. So I mean, again, it's just an idea of, like, discovering your true potential and discovering what is the true points of success and why do you want it for yourself. Now, before we wrap up today's episode, let's distill some key takeaways. So, as we said earlier, success is subjective, personal, and ever evolving. It's not just about reaching a destination, but embracing the journey and the growth that comes with it. Remember, success is not a final destination, but a continuous process of self discovery and improvement. Thank you for joining me on The Creative Hustle with Anika Goyal. I hope this exploration of success has sparked reflection and inspired you to define your own path. As always, keep striving for your goals, and remember, success is a journey, not a destination. Until next time, stay curious and keep chasing your dreams.